A company just built an AI so dangerous they refused to sell it. Not OpenAI, not Meta, Anthropic, the Claude people, the safety people. They trained a model that scored 93.9% on SWE-bench Verified, 100% on Cybench, and in its spare time, it found thousands of zero-day vulnerabilities across every major operating system and web browser on Earth, including one in OpenBSD that's been sitting there since 1999. A 27-year-old bug. That nobody found. Until this AI looked at it for a weekend. Anthropic called it Claude Mythos. Then they locked it in a vault. This is the story of the most capable AI model that exists right now, and the 11 companies that are the only people allowed to use it. Let me walk you through the benchmarks because they don't make sense. SWE-bench Verified, 93.9%. Previous best, Claude Opus 4.6, 80.8, 13 points in one release. SWE-bench Pro, the hard version, 77.8, up from 53, 24 points, 6 months. Mythos leads 17 out of 18 benchmarks Anthropic tested. But the coding numbers are not the story. The cybersecurity numbers are. Cybench, the standard cyber reasoning test, saturated, 100%. Nothing left to measure. CyberGym, 83.1, a record. Expert-level capture the flag problems. Problems no AI could solve a year ago. Mythos solved 73%. And then the UK's AI Safety Institute threw the final test at it. A 32-step simulated corporate network attack from zero access. Mythos finished it. First AI in history to do that. Benchmarks are benchmarks. Here's what Mythos found when they pointed it at real production code. In OpenBSD, the operating system trusted by banks, governments, security researchers worldwide, a 27-year-old vulnerability, 1999. Before most of you watching this were born, sitting there, waiting, in FFmpeg, the video library every streaming service depends on, a 16-year-old memory corruption bug. Automated fuzzers had hit that code line 5 million times. 5 million. Nothing. Mythos found it. On Firefox 147, Mythos developed 181 working exploits. Claude Opus 4.6 developed 2. 90x improvement. 6 months. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because Mythos didn't just detect those vulnerabilities. It wrote the exploits. Real working code that breaks into systems. Anthropic's conclusion was simple. If we ship this, the wrong people get it. So they didn't ship it. Here's what nobody's talking about. Anthropic didn't say this is dangerous, delete it. They said this is dangerous, let's make friends. Enter Project Glasswing. 11 launch partners. Amazon Web Services, Apple, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Cisco, Broadcom, CrowdStrike, Palo Alto Networks, JP Morgan Chase, and, critically, the Linux Foundation, plus over 40 additional organizations running critical infrastructure. Every one of them now has Mythos pointed at their code. Anthropic is burning $100 million in API credits to make this happen, plus $4 million in direct donations to open source security. The deal? Find the bugs before the bad guys do. 90-day disclosure, then it goes public. In the next 3 months, the most critical infrastructure on Earth, the cloud you deploy to, the operating system in your pocket, the bank that holds your mortgage, is getting the most aggressive vulnerability audit ever performed by one model. Now ask yourself, if you're OpenAI, what do you do? If you're Google DeepMind, Meta, xAI, Anthropic just established a new rule. Frontier AI is no longer about who ships first. It's about who's safe enough to ship at all. For the first time in this race, the answer to, can you release this publicly, is not obviously yes. GPT 5.4 doesn't have these cyber capabilities publicly. Gemini 3.1 Pro doesn't. Muse Spark, Meta's comeback model from 2 weeks ago, doesn't. Anthropic just revealed that the frontier is a lot further ahead than the public leaderboards show. What else are they sitting on? What is OpenAI sitting on? Because the public benchmarks just became fiction. The real race is happening in rooms you and I are not invited to. Let's bring this home. You're a software engineer watching this on your lunch break. What does Mythos mean for your job? 3 things. 1, your security posture is now measured against an AI that can find bugs automated fuzzing missed for 16 years. If your code base has a vulnerability, assume it will be found, not if. When. 2, the open source ecosystem is about to go through the most aggressive patch cycle of all time. Linux Foundation is a Glasswing partner. In the next 90 days, expect CVE floods in OpenSSL, SQLite, curl, FFmpeg, Git, patch fast, update your dependencies, read the changelogs. 3, SWE-bench at 94 means the coding agents in your IDE are about to jump a generation. Not hypothetically, the proof is here. Cursor, Windsurf, Zed, Claude Code. Every one of them is getting rebuilt on top of something like Mythos by the end of the year, whether or not you want it. The question isn't, can AI replace junior engineers? That's already passed. The question is, what level does it replace next? Let me leave you with the number that matters. 5 million. That's how many times automated fuzzing hit the FFmpeg line where the bug was. 5 million times. Never found it. One AI looked at it once, found it, wrote the exploit. That gap between what humans plus classical tools can do and what this thing can do is what we are living through right now. Anthropic called it Mythos because for most of us, it's a myth. It does not exist. 11 companies get to touch it. If you work at AWS, Apple, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, good luck. The rest of us are waiting for the 90-day disclosure window. What I can tell you is this. The frontier is no longer a benchmark. It's a question. Do you trust us with this? Anthropic's answer for the rest of the world is not yet. I'm your host at Content Buffer. Subscribe, hit the comments, and I'll see you on the next deep dive.